Now, as you can see, we've got a lot of white stuff. Now, this could be the calcium deposits, this could be a specific type of mold, or even a bacteria. Hi, I'm Michael Rubino. I'm an indoor air quality expert and founder of Home Cleanse, and today I'm going to teach you how to prevent mold growth in your water bottles, kids' sippy cups, thermoses, etc. When it comes to cups, the real challenge is these things called rubber gaskets. Now, if you take these things apart, what you'll see is all these different pieces that come together. And the problem with rubber gaskets, they're twofold. One, they actually stop water from leaking out of the cup, which is why we need to have them. But they also trap moisture. So now, if I am actually washing these cups, which you should wash at least once a day, you're gonna find all kinds of trapped moisture that develops underneath between the plastic or glass and the actual rubber gasket. I'm gonna turn this inside out so you can see what that looks like. Now, as you can see, we've got a lot of white stuff. Now, this could be the calcium deposits, this could be a specific type of mold, or even a bacteria. And this is all because this rubber traps the moisture against the glass plastic container that houses the water. And this is after washing it. So we want to take everything apart after each wash and allow it to dry properly. This includes all the different pieces, all the different rubber components, everything, so that we can make sure it dries properly. It's gonna be the same thing with a kid's sippy cup. So this was just washed, but you'll see here, we've got a rubber gasket. And if I pull that off, look at this. We've got some moisture on the cap, both the plastic behind it and the rubber gasket. So again, this rubber gasket, it stops the cup from leaking. You have to actually use suction to get, the water out of this sippy cup. But unfortunately, this also traps moisture. So if I had washed this cup, let's say 10, 15 different times, and I never took it apart to allow it to fully dry, there would be mold, bacteria, and all kinds of disgusting things here. That would be impacting the drink every time my kids take a sip. This is another type of cup here. Now it's got the straw. It usually goes inside a rubber component like this. Again, you've got this rubber gasket here, which prevents this from spilling. It also keeps in the temperature, because this is designed to keep cold things cold and hot things hot. When it comes to mold and bacteria, they typically produce spores, kind of like how weeds produce seeds. And these spores, they're constantly looking for wet areas to continue to germinate and grow and colonize with new colonies of mold, bacteria, etc. So all it takes is some mold in my environment already to land on these wet surfaces that are trapping moisture, and then it can start to grow. Once you have one spore growing, it's going to reproduce more and more spores. So this entire lid, for example, would be covered in mold the second that it started to grow. So we want to make sure that we're taking things fully apart and letting them fully dry. If there is no trapped moisture, you can't get mold or bacteria growth inside these items.